Good evening, everybody. Glad to see you YouTubers live. I see nobody's chatting. I'm not getting on here long. I'm just leaving the messages out there. Vaughn, you're stupid as can be. You literally think you can sue somebody for $2 million when he barely brings 400 a month home. Oh, he'll go make license plates. You'll sure get your 2 million that way, won't you? James, you're not going to get 2 million from nobody. I am doing okay, a little sleepy. I think some of my pills have messed with me a little bit, but I'm doing okay. Just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about that video that was posted the other day. Vaughn's gonna sue Mr. Canada man for 2 million when the man only makes maybe 400 or 500 a month and spending that out on bills. He thinks he's literally he'll send him a penny a day. That's $3.65 a year, James. You can't make somebody in Canada pay anything. He can move and you would never even know where he's at, James. And they won't chase him for some little chump change little faggot like you. Be real. You think you know it all. You don't know a fucking thing. You can't even count money. I stole your dad's 2 million. You took your dad's 2 million. Yeah, James, you can't even keep your story straight. Why don't you be truthful to all these people out here? You lost your property, you lost your money, you lost your mom, you lost your wife, you lost your kids. And pretty soon you're going to be losing the roof over your damn head because you're probably going to go to jail for child support. Mommy's not here to pay it, remember? So, welcome to reality. Get out of your fantasy land. Get out of fantasy land, buddy. I am working on that, Buck. I am really working on that. We are doing some stuff. I'm trying to do some live interviews tomorrow, but it sounds like my first one's already trying to back out. Says they don't feel too good. And I told her, well, I mean, as long as she's not throwing up on cameras, that's fine with me. I just want to get some of the secrets out there and what's going on. No, I don't go to Monkey Island. I don't play none of that shit. Von Hilton is afraid of reality. That's very true there, sweets. Well, it's time for him to wake up reality. It's just like he says he's putting me in jail, people. Look at him still walking to the streets. I've been to the courthouse 4 or 5 times. I know what she told me. I know what the paperwork says. He can send her any video he wants that I put out here on YouTube because none of them is inside his mother's home. He says that I'm putting out there what happened in that courtroom. Hey, James, I was in the courtroom. I'm allowed to talk about anything that happened in that courtroom. Remember, I'm the one that was in the courthouse, not you. You like to do all them video chats. Good evening, Todd. You like doing them video chats. Well, me, my lawyer, and the judge has all made an agreement. You ever take me back to court, you better be there in person. In person, James. There ain't no video chatting because if you're going to video chat, I'm going to video chat. And I'll video chat all the way from Canada. James, I got money, remember? I can move any fucking time I please. I can go anywhere I want. Please. They're going to come after me if I move to Michigan. James, they ain't even going to leave the state of Kentucky. They won't even look for me, James. You're so fucking retarded. Wake up to reality, James. Wake up. Somebody asked me, James, do you ever do drugs? And I always told them, no, I don't think so. Yeah, you're always here to start trouble, Todd. That's fine. I still love you. And I stuck up for James. I says, I don't think you have did any drugs. But, after listening to your shit for the last 15 fucking years on all this shit on here, and me and you going at it for the last 2.5 years, because I got power of attorney over your mother and you didn't because you didn't know how to control the money. Why don't you tell the people why you didn't get power of attorney? A light bill 3 months behind? Shut her AARP off? You didn't order her meds? You don't take her to the doctors? The only thing you knew how to do to help your mother is spend her money. And that's all you did. James, I think you did do some drugs when you were younger. It must have been them fucking mushrooms because I'm going to tell you, they must have fried your brain completely because you have no brain. I don't want nothing. Nope, I ain't got no mods on here right now. I got a few trolls. You want to buy them from me, Todd? You be buying yourself to start with. I'm just getting on here saying hi, guys. I see nobody else was live. Just want to get in here and say hi to everybody. I know I didn't get on this morning. I've been pretty busy. Okay, Todd. Well, I believe you could, McGregor. I really do. But, I have so much fun with my trolls. So, I mean, I really wouldn't want no one to get kicked. Todd knows so much about my finances. He might, well, he wants to do my taxes. He'd be the one broke too. Larry don't bring no money in. Larry brings enough money to survive. I know nothing about that hill. And I don't think it was down here. I think it was in Hamilton, I heard. We got a lot of mods. We got a lot of trolls over there on Von Hilton. Todd, you're good at looking stuff up like that. Find out who his ex wife was. Find out who that kid was. I know you can. You got one of them real good computers over there. Yeah, I know nothing about Hamilton. Yeah, that would be an idea, Todd. But I think me and you would be arguing a lot. I can't have my sidekick arguing with me. Give you the wrench. Yeah, I hear you. think my wife wanted to try to send me to the ER today, but I didn't go. Yeah, Todd don't agree with anybody. And that's fine. I don't expect him to. We're all different. There is one thing me and Todd agrees on. Vaughn Hilton ain't no 165% Cherokee Indian. I don't think he's got one drop of Indian in him. I don't know if the ER would let me, and I personally don't go to that ER unless I really, 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 really have to. I don't need glasses. I don't need a bra neither, McGregor. I don't need glasses at all. My eyes are perfect. Just because they look small, that's smoking them painkillers this morning. And if you are going to get me a bra, it's double D, people. 44 double D's. And I don't like the preppy ones. I want the ones that's going to make them stick straight up out of my belly. Guys, give me some thumbs up this evening. 21 watching, 7 viewers. Well, I believe it is fair, Todd. I really do. Like I said, I don't need no money. Larry's still working bugs out. I'm trying to get things situated, trying to find somebody to co-host with me, but I've been watching a single bunch of single people doing it. They seem like they're doing pretty good. I did accept 3 friends' requests today that I have been waiting for, which I knew would show up. It's just a matter of time. Thank you, Todd, if you really did, because they probably really needed it. I don't think it's green anymore. I think it's now turned black. And I think that's why he won't go to the doctor. He's afraid the doctor's going to say he has to cut it off, and he don't want to get his leg cut off. So that's why he's not seen a doctor in over 30 something years. I don't know, pork chop. Ha ha, Todd. Is that you, Mama, or is that the boy? Okay. Yeah, I might have. Sorry. Toby, I'm sorry on that, buddy. No, McGregor, I have not. That's something I could show you. I'm taking my evening painkiller. I've been working with it, Todd. Me and her talked a little bit yesterday. She says she's not really feeling too good, and she didn't know if she's going to be able to go or not. And I was like, "Well, I think you can be able to go as long as you're not throwing up on camera." And she's like, "Well, what do you guys want to talk about?" I was like, "I just want to hear what happened with Vaughn, how he conned you into coming there, how how he treated you, how he helped you with the kids." We were trying it yesterday with her, Todd. My son has showed me the couple of the buttons that I gotta hit to send her my email thing, and then she can join in. And so will everybody else if they want. Yeah, Todd, I probably don't understand. I've been up all day. I've smoked my. This is my fourth painkiller because I've been in a lot of pain today. My pills are playing with me today, so yeah, it's just like he said one time. Stinky says he was going to call the newsroom and all the channels and have them all come over and hear his story. I want him to. Please call the first one. Call the only one. I don't care, James. Call them. Have them come over and come in your house and do an interview with you, James. No, Richard, I am not on pills. Unless you're talking about my regular pills, and I take all different kinds. I got two or three for the stomach. I got two or three for the high blood pressure. I got two for the heart. I don't even know what that word is. What are the name of my pills? I don't know. They're over there. I don't look at them until it's time for me to take them. I take 9 in the morning, except on Sunday mornings I take 10. Every night I take 4. What is Hitler's real last name? Hell, I don't know. Hilton? I don't think anybody's interested in talking to Vaughn. And if they did, once they walked in the house, the stinkiness would throw them back out the door. But I sure love to see a TV crews go in there and film his house. Yeah, because it looks like we ain't going to get him to fight secular opinion, so we got to spend our money on something else. Maybe we can get him on a show. He'll probably say the courts won't let him do that neither, or his gods won't let him do it. That word is so damn long, I couldn't tell you what it even says. Larry, show us your what? My stick leg? No, thank you. Yeah. People, give me some thumbs up. 26 viewers, 16 on here liking it. So that's showing me that I now have 10 trolls on here. If you're not a troll like Todd, please give me thumbs up, even though I know Todd already thumbed it up. Because he's a good troll. Ha ha, Todd. I seen your thumbs up come in already. Todd, I've been saying it for 2 weeks now. That's not on a Sunday. It's supposed to start on Monday. Like I was just saying, Toby. She's telling me she's sick, so she don't know if she's going to be able to go live with me. And I told her as long as she's not throwing up on camera, I don't care. She can cough and gag and all that. I don't care. We just want to find out how Vaughn treated her, how he helped her with the kids. Because he tells all of us a whole story, but you're only getting one side of the story. I want her side of the story. Shani is live and going nuts. Cool, McGregor, cool. I hope she's seen the video I put out there with her name in it. Her and Revs. You know, it's like Todd trolled me the other day. I was on here and he was trolling me, and he started his own channel. I got jealous. Here I got 30, 40 viewers, and he's carrying 287 viewers. Well, I agree. I mean, well, Todd, it might not have been. It might have. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I don't care if people snipe me. I don't care if people talk shit about me. As long as Von Hilton's seeing the videos, people, You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not Vaughn Hilton. You have freedom of speech here. Yeah, exactly. You were promoting me. Yeah. Like I said, there's not one person on here I can talk bad about. You all bust my bubbles, even Nate. But, that keeps me going. That keeps me alive. That keeps me energized. Makes me laugh sometimes. Remember, people, I've been here 2 weeks. I'm just getting started. I don't know much about anything. My 16-year-old is teaching me everything that he can when he's got time to get off his game systems and come in here and help his dad. When they were little kids, they were loved to be around dad. When they become teenagers, they're like, Dad, who? Is it my dinner time? Give me my dinner. I'm going back to my room to my game systems. He does get on YouTube or Facebook, certain games, I don't know. They do have a PlayStation 2, they do have a Wii, they have a Nintendo, and then they got them ones that you can plug into the TV like a little Miss Pac-Man with a bunch of different games on it. So my kid's got a lot of games. Is that you, Mama? Todd bought his boy a PS5. No, my son don't need no PS5 if that's what you're saying. The only thing, if someone wants to buy him something, is buy him a spatula, because he gonna need it, because within 6.5 months he becomes 18. And if you're not in high school, which he won't, he graduates a month before, his ass is going out and filling out applications and getting a job. This ain't no daddy support growing men. This is daddy raises them until they're 18 and tells them it's time for you to start fending for yourself and make sure that I raised them upright. A lot of things probably look great on me. My Santa Claus outfit would probably look good on me. Well, I've already told him he's going to work for McDonald's or Burger King. Or maybe my cousin can get him over here in this dollar store over here. That makes it real close. It's only about 2 miles away from the house instead of 15 to 20 miles away from the house. I personally thought about moving to a bigger town to save us all that driving time. because you driving 20 miles to go to work. By the time you work McDonald's, they don't give you 8-hour shifts. They give you 4 and 6 hour shifts. By the time you work 6 hours, turn around and drive home, you pretty well spent your money just going to work and coming home. You might have a whole $15 left. And that barely buys your lunch nowadays. I am not going to support nobody but myself and my wife and try to help my children if they need help. It's like Larry said, Dad, I'm low on money. We sent him money. It wasn't a lot, but we sent him some money. And it ain't to pay for the books. It ain't to pay for his tuition. It's not to pay for the food from the store in the school, because the school has their own cafeteria and he gets his food free there. Yeah, they couldn't even touch $1,000 bill down there. They'd laugh at him, ask him where he got it, and then he'd have to fill a bunch of paperwork out, and then you'd get the government agency involved in it. It can't be a 1970s because there was no $1,000 bills printed in the 1970s. Look at when the $1,000 bill was printed. Google will tell you. Google will tell you exactly when the $1,000 bills were made, when they started and when they ended it, and when they had a callback on them. If he says they had a 1970 $1,000 bill, that's a double lie because they never made them in 1970. Would you like me to Google it and tell you exactly what they tell you? There, yeah, exactly. You cannot spend that $1,000 bill because you're going to get called in by the government. They're going to want to know how you got it, why you got it, is it counterfeit? Alice was buying war bonds at the age of 9. Alice didn't have that kind of money at the age of 9. Miss Alice was wondering how her little Barbie doll got knots in her hair at 9 years old. Not buying war bonds. Maybe worried about what her mommy or daddy was making her for dinner. Mr. United for the chill wins. I'm glad you're on here. Would you like to buy the Brooklyn Bridge? Send me $10. I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. You want the Canadian tunnels? We can sell you them too for $10 a piece. Oh, I knew you were. I definitely knew you were. You'll take the Brooklyn Bridge? Send me $10 and I'll send you the deed. No, I sold that last week, McGregor. The swampland on the moon, I sold it last week. Frost Mints ain't up for sale yet. I gotta wait till Vaughn puts me in jail before I can put them up for sale. Hi, Prime. You know, people, he's been lying out there so much, and I come on here for a couple times with secular opinion, and I told the truth. I said what I had to say. Now Larry's learned how to get on YouTubes, and Larry's talking shit out here and starting to throw a lot of wood into the fire. Me saying, "Oh yeah, I took her 25 million and I bought the mint." He literally believes that. Do you all understand that? Big little Irby believes that I bought the mint. Well, I'm going to need some money to get out of jail, Todd. No, Solar Marshall is not buying Miss Alice's trailer. He says that he offered money on it, and he did. The neighbor right dead across the street has offered money too. If the houses ever come up for sale, I think the estate would take whatever's showing me cash. This guy's offering me 140, 150,000, and it's in cash. But this guy said he'd give me 180,000, but I got to wait for 5 years. I think I just take the money and go. Elton John's going to buy Miss Alice's house. No, I don't think so. I think Elton John's already passed on to heaven. I got a question, and y'all probably not even going to answer it. And if you do, thank you. And if you don't, that's fine. We understand. How old is my crowd tonight? 19 viewers, 19 thumbs up. Are you guys between 30 and 40? Are you 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70? Is he? Well, McGregor, he's got to be up there in age. Because he was a man and a grown adult and singing when I was growing up. Well, Todd, you're just a year younger than me. Hell, you might, I don't even, might even be the same age as me. I'm somewhere near that area. McGregor, I don't believe that. You've been here 8 decades. Richard, I doubt that, but I'm gonna, you might be. I don't know. I'm not saying you ain't. Which it ain't important. None of it is. That way I just kind of know kind of what crowds I'm talking to. I mean, some of you guys might get into some of the kind of music I used to listen to. Some of you guys might not. You're right. He's been around since the 70s. Exactly. That's how many years ago? 50? And he had to be good 20s and 30s when he got going. Elton John is 75. That's what I'm saying. He's up there. That don't mean he's ready to go. I agree. But he's getting up there. I mean, they say Ozzy Osbourne is on his last tour. Look at Mr. Willie Nelson. He was way up there. Todd, I thought he really was, tell you the truth. I mean, like I said, I don't know everything, guys. I'm not stinky. I'll admit, I don't know. I'm not the Punisher. I'm not the truther. That's Stinky. Todd, you might catch me in a few things that I don't know about. Todd, I'll take that back. You'll probably catch everything that I don't know. And that's fine. If you know he's alive and you say he's alive, I will believe you. We're making progress. You're teaching me how to be on this computer thing and how to put up with the criticisms and busting my balls. And that's up to everybody. And that's the point, Jay. He will not, no matter if he knows he's wrong or not, he's not going to admit that he's wrong. Period. He will yell, scream, holler, everything. He will go nuts before he admits that he's wrong. Me, I'll admit it. Hey, I could be wrong. Remember, he says I made it to the sixth grade. He could be wrong. Why is this on my TV? Did you go to bed, babe? I don't watch Lion King. I did when the kids were a little bit younger, but not no more. Yeah, and he'll ban everybody that argues with him. I mean, I kind of grew up in the 70s and 80s listening to AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne, Led Zeppelin, Queen. I remember when I was a little bit younger, before I started listening to music, I had to listen to my grandma's stuff, which was always church stuff. And then if I was at home at my mom's house, living with my mom, I had to listen to that Mr. Presley guy. Y'all know Elvis Presley? I don't know. He's got some kind of addiction when he's playing with horse vaginas. I don't know if you call that a porn thing or not. That's worse than porn to me. If I'm going to play with the vagina, it sure in the hell ain't a horse vagina. I don't want something that's going to swallow my whole fucking hand. 24 viewers, 21 thumbs up. Come on, you guys, give me some thumbs up. I'm just getting in here, saying hi to people. I didn't get on yet today, so I got the night shift, it looks like, because I knew Miss Parker was probably going to go live this morning. She usually does the Sunday morning thing. Then I seen the Geek Room on there later on in that day. Dragnut had something on earlier today. Y'all want to become friends with me on Facebook? You are welcome to send me a Facebook account with your name, your picture. Don't show no blanks. If you show a blank picture, I probably won't know who you are and I will not accept it. I did get 3 today. Todd, did it show me a picture of you? Are you the one that shows no picture and says nothing through the whole Facebook? Just shows one picture and that's it. I got about 6 or 7 of them. No, Todd, you got to friend me. And then I get to say if I want to be your friend or not. All my Facebook friends are nurses who needs money. Oh, Todd, and then you must have got blocked because I could tell you 3 people that has watched me who has sent me a friend request today, and I accepted all 3. I think that's what they call it, the Geek Room or whatever. Unblock you, Todd. I will see what I can do because I really, honestly, I didn't think I did block you. I don't see why I would have. Are you on the Larry Frost or are you on the Larry Frost Sr.? There's 2 Larry Frosts out there, and there's a Larry Frost Sr. That would be the My Larry Frost, yes. That would be one of mine. Well, I don't know why it won't let you be my friend. I accepted 3 of them today. Oh, if I'm in Toledo, then you definitely on the wrong page. I'm from Toledo, but I live in, you know where I live. I will double check that again, Todd, because I don't know what's going on. Because, like I said, I did receive 3 friends requests today from 3 people on YouTube channel. That would be me. As long as it ain't my son in his cap and gown. Yep, that's me, Woodward. A total of about a whole 30 something days, maybe a little more. The geek room's kind of stupid. Yeah, I mean, I didn't stay long. We are above them, Jay. You're more towards Cleveland. We're on the other side. We're over there next to the Michigan state lines. Hello, Chuck. No, I don't watch none of his karaoke singing shit. I kind of watch when he's rapping and raving and talking shit about the frost. Everything else, I just skip on through it. Well, if Todd wants to Skype somebody, tell him to look up Vaughn Hilton's ex-wife. And not Andrea, the other one. Vaughn's always doing evil. Robbie, you don't have to troll him. Everybody's trolling him. It's easy to catch videos of him putting something out. I ain't heard nothing about Lobster. Yeah, Pamela Sue. Where does she live? Does she have a Facebook account? She want to go live and tell us what Vaughn was like back then? I think she was embarrassed with him when the family reunions were coming on because Alice is literally the one who threw the party, people. Alice is the one that paid for the band. She had a Christian band come in and play gospel music, and she would throw them five or six, seven, $800 to come out there and play for 3, 4 hours. Everybody brought food, so it wasn't like one person bought all the food. Everybody bought food. No matter if you lived in Tennessee, you still loaded your trunk down with food and brought it and got up there and we warmed it up and ate. Hey, Nate. Hi. Welcome. Vaughn never managed none. No, Vaughn could not even touch anywhere near any of these bands. These were church Christian people singing these songs. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't a party, it was a family get together. We call them reunions because some of us never got together. I mean, when you live all the way across the United States of America and you ain't seen your sister in a couple years, you try to make it to one of them family reunions because you know the whole damn family's there. Could have. No, Stinky never brought nothing. But his personally, honestly, Stinky shouldn't have had to because it was his mother's party, his mom's get together. His mom did buy some stuff. His mom did do some cooking. I mean, it just wasn't one person. I mean, everybody took something. My favorite was taking taco salad. Sometimes we get little Jim to play his guitar at the family reunion. I got pictures. If you're my Facebook friend, all you have to do is hit pictures and it'll show you all the pictures. Well, Nate, you could say it sounds gross, but we had over 100 people there and they all three pans went gone quickly. We didn't even bring none home that night. And I mean, there was a lot of food there. Tell you the truth, I remember one year, it wasn't the first year, I think it was the second year or the third year. It might have been the one at the park. Miss Alice didn't have time to do any cooking. So she went over to that IGA's there and ordered 500 pieces of chicken. You like tater salad? Yeah, I like tater salad. I'd rather have the steak, but I eat tater salad. How can you arrest who? Yeah, it probably cost her seven, eight, $900. I don't know. I think they honestly, I think they were something like a buck 50 a piece or something. I can't remember exactly what she paid for it. Bye, Todd. Tell him I said hi. I might stop in over there. I'm not going to be on here much longer. We'll all probably go over and catch on drag or jump on you where we can watch drag ourselves. I have no idea, Nate. Well, you better see if I'm a member. It's not hard to become a member, remember? No, he does not get no diplomatic community shit. I'm not a member? Okay. Well, I'll fix that. No hurry. I did leave him a message telling him thank you for checking on Miss Alice. And I told him I was hoping he was reading what I was posting out there because I was posting saying, hey, it's paid for. Don't give him no money. It's all paid for. I know that funeral was paid for. I was there. I paid it. I went to the bank. I drew out the money. I went right down the street, not a block away from there, from the bank, and there sat the funeral home. And I walked in there and started counting the $100 bills out to her. She told me what the total was. I gave it to her. Told her to make sure I have a receipt because I am the power of attorney and I have to turn that in of where all her money went. I turn it into the power of the estate. The power of the estate will turn it to the lawyer of the estate. And that's how it's all went. Yeah, I paid it with Alice's money. You got that right. That's what I was supposed to do. That's what that money was there for. To help her finish her years of life out. Do you think I'm going to let her sit in that funeral home a month until he raises money? Hell, he ain't the one that even got her from the hospital to the funeral home. He didn't do no phone calls. I did it all. Did the doctors really call him? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, they called me. So did hospice. That is where she was transported from the main hospital to the hospice part of the hospital. She died there. She was then shipped the next morning to the funeral home because I told them what funeral home. That it was. It was completely paid for. Before he wasn't talking to him because there's no way she would have told him that thing's paid for. The flowers are already on the coffin, Irvin. And it took 24 hours to get them there. They didn't just drop their phones and run over here all the way from London to put your mom's flowers on her coffin. He will probably never go to her grave. Yes, and I know that. And that hurts. But that's fine. That's his own choice, people. That is his choice. Everybody has choices that they make in life and you got to live with them. When my father died and we laid him out in his coffin and we were doing the funeral, his sisters from Ohio came down and one of them would not go in there. She said she did not want to see my dad. She says if the coffin is closed, then she'll go in there and whatever, but with the coffin open, she wasn't going in that room. There are a few plots up there that he could be laid next to his mom. But personally, I don't think I would want to do that because then I'm giving him exactly what he wanted, a dog buried next to his mother. He's a dog. To even treat your mother like that, that is disrespect. I would have been knocked across the room, people. Literally, back smacked across the room. Or kicked with some high heel steel toe boots that they're wearing. I even thought about talking to my mother like that. Like I said, we all grew up different. We all grew up listening different music. And some of you probably live across the world. You guys probably don't even know the music I'm talking about. But then there's music I've heard that you guys probably heard of too, like them Beatles. I didn't listen to them a lot, but I did hear a couple of their songs. Didn't they come from over that way? Because she was not giving him what he wanted. James was a spoiled little brat who grew up with the gold spoon in his hand. He was given anything and everything he wanted because Glenda was already out the door having her own babies. So it was just him. And he expects that the rest of his life. Yeah, anything he could desire. You know, I seen the video where he said something about Uncle Little Jim conned his mom into telling him to take his living room outfit back and she would pay his college tuition, which was 8 grand. Well, why didn't he just pay his tuition out of the money that he was using for the furniture? Yeah. Ha ha, Nate. I'm good. Promise. I'm good. There's a gun within 10 feet. Yeah, it was 12K in furniture. Exactly, Jay. And he only owed 8 grand for the schooling, but he went out and bought the furniture before he bought the schooling. Vision, I just try to say the good things. I try to be truthful, tell people what I think, what I know. I mean, like Todd's already proved, Todd ain't here, he's gone, but Todd's already proved I'm not right all the time. And I ain't saying I am. I'm not saying I don't know nothing, people. I get on here for I can learn from you guys. I got a 16-year-old boy that's teaching me how to put myself on YouTube. I didn't grow up with this stuff. I grew up trying to make sure I'm going to eat every single day. And then when I turned 16, I got out on my own, got a job, and been going since then. I didn't have time to play with computers, barely had time to watch TV and listen to the radios. Radio was pretty easy because usually at one of your jobs, you can listen to the radio. You can listen to it on your way to work. Oh, Vision, you ain't heard. No, Vaughn is not a seventh degree black belt and weatherweight boxing champ. He is a 25-degree black belt. Clay County experience. Well, see, and I really can't give you no Clay County experience. I mean, I just tell you what I know for the last 15 years, how things went around here the last 15 years. But, I grew up in Toledo, Ohio. I lived in Arizona real young. I lived in Tennessee at the age of 11 and a half, 12. We then moved back to Toledo, and then I moved to Florida when I turned 18. Nate, I literally should not be on his property at all. If I did anything, I'd have to stop in the middle of the street and do it. And I don't know what his passwords is, so I wouldn't be able to go live with it. I could record it and then come home and put it out on my Facebook, and then my Facebook sending it to my YouTube, and then my YouTube sending it out on the open. Literally, if I'm going to go by there, there's two reasons I'm going there. I'm going to little Jim's house, or I'm going up to the grave site to where Miss Alice is laid to rest. Because James cannot stop me from going to the grave site. He does not own the grave site. He owns everything around it. The grave site owns the grave site. The people who clean it are the ones who's usually my mom and dad's in there. I'm in there raking it, cleaning it, weed whacking it, keeping their tombstones looking decent. The graveyard owns that piece of property. But literally, it's on, the kids' property. Am I a good man? I try to be. I can't say I am. I can't say I ain't. I try to be. I could be an asshole sometimes too. Matters what mood, what's going on, what's the situation happening. I mean, my neighbor could come over here right now and say I'm starving and I will feed them. Good night. Getting late here too, 11:19. He told me he shot at a alien and missed it. And when I heard that, I started laughing. And the next morning, I got a message from the little gray alien saying, yeah, he's the alien that Vaughn shot at and missed. And I think you know who I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you something. If you can't kill a little 3-foot alien, he says he shot it off his hip at 3 to 4 foot away, there's something wrong with you or there's something wrong with your gun. Anything within 3 to 4 foot of me with my gun is dropping right on the ground as soon as it hits. Yeah, it could have been a kid trick or treating. I don't know. We don't see many of them people down here. Now, Oneida, like the post office and the guy that owns the car wash, the church, the carry out, the gas station. The church, they'll have like 10 or 12, 14 cars all in the parking lot where you can just take your kids to the parking lot. That way they don't have to go to all these houses. Because, I mean, if they're going house to house, you're going to spend $50 in gas and get a half bag of candy. He seen a panda bear in the yard? Yeah. Guys, he's got to be doing some bad mushrooms or something. Seriously. I hate to say it. You guys didn't let me hear say this. Everyone, please blank this out. There is no way that's the Frost Bloodlight. That's got to be the Hilton. No, we are not loaded with panda bears. Black bears? Brown bears? Yeah. Panda bears? No, I know the difference. I've been to the Toledo Zoo. What I knew of them, they kind of seemed normal to me. Jerry was a little wild, but for an autistic child, that's something that comes with it. Yeah. Okay, Jay. Okay. I mean, the only way he would ever have seen a panda bear down here, guys, is if somebody had one as a pet, because there's no zoo around here, and they let it loose because the government was going to come and take it. And the only reason I say that is because you never know. I used to hunt up in the state of Ohio. We did a lot of deer hunting up there. And one night, we all get back to camp. You're talking 20 people, 10 or 15 campers, bunch of people in sleeping tent bags, stuff. A lot of hunters. And there's probably about 6 or 7 deer got killed that day. There's three of us sitting around the fire, because we all didn't get in one big circle and do everybody stayed with their little cells. There's a bunch of little fires going around where everybody's camping at. And we hear something. And we just sat still, just kept talking normal. Well, this thing's getting closer, and here we got a deer hanging right here in this tree here, not more than 15, 20 feet from me. Getting a little closer, getting a little closer. I took my flashlight and shined it out in the woods there, and here there's a cat. About 180-pound cat. Like a cougar. And the other guy reached over and grabbed his gun. And we didn't shoot at it. We just kind of moved around a little bit, and she looked right at us and took off back in the woods. She smelt the deer. She was coming for that. Then she seen us sitting right there. She literally turned around and went. Game warden came in the next morning. How y'all doing? Anyone do any good? Yeah, we got a few of them yesterday. And me and these two guys got together and we went over and talked to the game warden and told him what we seen last night. Ah, nah, you guys are nuts. There ain't none of them cats around here. You probably seen a bobcat. I looked at him. I was like, buddy, I've been to the Toledo Zoo. Bobcats have little short tails. This thing's tail was over 2 foot long. I know what a cougar looks like. Well, buddy, I hate to tell you, there's no cougars in this part of the country. Okay, okay. Checked all our deers that got killed yesterday. He left. He come back about 5 hours later and told every hunter to please make sure all your friends come back. Tell them to watch out. There is a cougar loose. That some guy about 40 or 50 miles away had 4 or 5 big cats, and the state of Ohio was going to take his cats from him. So instead of them, he didn't want them to go to the main site. He didn't want them to get killed. He didn't want them in a zoo. He literally let them loose in the wilderness. Grinch would be a good word for him. That's true, guys. That story's true. About 5 hours later, that game warden come back and warned us all. Yes, there is one here. Yeah, I told you we seen it last night. I mean, we got a bunch of deers hanging in all the trees around here. As soon as that cat was gone, we took our deer and took it out of the tree. We put it in the back of the truck and we put the cover over the truck. Stinky the Grinch. I mean, I've had a lot of deer experiences. I've missed 2 10 pointers already. Stupid mistakes. I went a few years before getting my first one. The first one was a 4 pointer. And I only took him because he came back the second time and I didn't see nothing else. I was waiting for something a lot bigger. I wanted my first one to be a 10 pointer or better. Somebody asked me, that deer head that's on Alice's wall, whose it was, or asked me if it was mine. No, it was not mine. It was my father's. And when we go to clean the house out, when they decide what they're going to do, the deer head comes home to me. I've already collected the picture that was mine that was over there. That was the first thing that came home. Because I only have 2 of them pictures, 2 different poses, and they are of my grandparents. And I only felt sorry for her because she didn't have no older pictures of my grandfather. She had all her brothers and sisters up there but my grandfather. You all got to remember, my grandfather was older than Alice. My grandfather was the first one born. Alice was born in 29. I think he was born in like 1911, 19 something. I mean, I can dig out the book and find it, but I know there was quite a few years between them. What dangerous wild animals do we have in our area? Snakes, spiders. I don't think we have cats, but we do have bear. Deer can be dangerous too. There is elk in this area. They let a bunch of them loose through here. I would say the worst one in the whole bunch right now would be it was the snakes. Now the snakes are headed home. I don't think we have wild hogs here. I know they got tame hogs here that they keep in the barn and raise and slaughter every year. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Become a little farmer where I'm raising a cow or two and a pig or two. And then every year you have them slaughtered and put in your freezer to get through the winter. Me and the wife did that egg thing. We got a bunch of chickens and we, did a lot of I don't know. I've never really went ginsenging. There is a lot of friends of mine that does do that, and they don't do too bad. I mean, they're making a few $100s from it. I think if you know the right places and you get the right spots, you can make a pretty penny. Yes, yes, exactly. Well, we had the chicken ones. We got a few, and then I lived up in Boonville. My dad lived down here in Clay County, and he was doing chickens and rabbits. He was taking and breeding rabbits and taking them and getting them at a certain age, and then selling them to people to gut them, clean them, and cook them if whenever they're wanting. Or if you wanted to use it as a pet, you could. Like Easter time, a lot of people wanted to buy them just for their kids. Dad didn't raise them for Easter. Dad raised them for eating. Yeah, I think we went about a year and a half doing that egg thing with just chickens. And I had so many eggs, I literally had to give them away. I couldn't sell them fast enough. Couldn't get no one to buy them. Within 2 days, I had to give them to them. That or go buy a big old warehouse that I can put eggs in every single day. Sooner or later, they're going to go bad. Well, Larry's going to get off here, people. I just want to get on and say hi. Make sure everyone's okay today. Maybe I'll go over there to J or Drags, but they said I can't get in because I'm not a member, so can't be too hard to be a member unless you got to pay something. And right now, I'm not ready to pay nothing. Thank you all for coming to see me. Appreciate y'all visiting me and talking to me. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.